Chosen one. Before you do anything else, pause. Take a breath. Because what you are about to hear is not motivational. It is not symbolic. And it is not random that you found this message. If you are here right now, it is because something ancient inside you is awakening. You have always felt it. That deep knowing. That unexplainable weight. That sense that your soul is older than your body. You didn't imagine that. God did not just call you. He armed you. And not with ordinary power. He armed you with ancient kingdom authority, a power older than systems, older than religion, older than this world's corruption. Most people live their entire lives without ever touching it. But you were born carrying it. Chosen one, let me ask you something. Why did you mature so early? Why did life force wisdom into you before you asked for it? Why did joy feel heavy, and responsibility feel natural, even when you were young? Because your spirit is not new. Your soul has ancient alignment. Not reincarnation. Not fantasy. But pre-assignment. Before you entered this world, God entrusted you with kingdom authority that predates modern chaos. That's why shallow conversations exhaust you. Surface-level success feels empty. And crowds can make you feel lonely. You're not built for noise. You're built for command. Ancient power does not announce itself loudly. It stands quietly and shifts reality. This power isn't emotional. It's not hype. It's not ego. It's authority. The kind of authority that changes atmospheres when you enter a room, makes truth uncomfortable for liars, triggers people who are hiding from themselves. You've noticed it, haven't you? People project onto you. They test you without reason. They either respect you deeply or resist you completely. That's because ancient power exposes modern masks. God placed this power in you not to dominate, but to restore order. You don't destroy systems. You outgrow them. Chosen one, let's talk about the pain. Because ancient authority is never handed over gently. You were betrayed before you understood betrayal. Isolated before you understood loneliness. Tested before you understood strength. That wasn't punishment. That was training. Ancient authority cannot be controlled, so the world tries to fracture it. But notice this. You bent, but you didn't break. You questioned, but you didn't surrender your soul. You suffered, but you didn't become evil. That's how you know this power is real. Anything ordinary would have collapsed. Most people are trying to become something. You are remembering who you already are. That's why when truth hits you, it doesn't feel new, it feels familiar. Your spirit responds to ancient truth because it was written into you before birth. God didn't give you power later. He sealed it into your identity. That's why your life has felt like delay after delay, silence after silence, preparation without explanation. Ancient authority is not rushed. It is activated at the exact moment it is needed. And that moment is now. Let me be very clear. God hid you on purpose. Ancient power exposed too early gets corrupted. Ancient authority revealed too soon gets attacked. So God covered you. He allowed obscurity. He allowed misunderstanding. He allowed people to underestimate you. Not because you lacked power, but because you carried too much of it. Now you're entering the season where you won't need to explain yourself. Your presence will speak louder than words. Your alignment will unlock doors effort never could. Chosen one. This is the part where many people get uncomfortable. Because ancient authority does not announce itself with noise. It announces itself with internal shifts that cannot be faked. If what you're experiencing lately feels quiet but irreversible, that's not coincidence. That's activation. Let me walk you through the signs slowly, so you don't dismiss what God is doing in you. One of the first signs your ancient authority is activating is this. You don't react the way you used to. Things that once triggered you, silence you. People who once got under your skin no longer live rent-free in your spirit. It's not because you became cold. It's because authority does not react, it observes. You're no longer pulled into emotional warfare. You're stepping into spiritual command. And that's confusing to people who still operate from impulse. Chosen one, pay attention to this. Situations that should make you anxious, don't. Uncertainty that once caused fear now feels neutral. That calm is not numbness. It's sovereignty. Ancient authority carries an internal knowing that says, I don't need to rush. I don't need to force. I don't need to prove. Because when authority is real, it trusts timing. This is a big one. You no longer feel the urge to compete, compare, or explain yourself. Not because you feel inferior, but because competition feels irrelevant. Ancient authority does not race. It stands. And suddenly, you realize something shocking. You don't want what everyone else wants anymore. Their goals feel loud. Their ambitions feel rushed. Their validation feels empty. That's not laziness. That's alignment overriding ego. Watch how people respond to you now. Some tell you their life story out of nowhere. Ask for your opinion with unusual seriousness. Feel safe in your presence without knowing why. Others get defensive. Avoid you. Project insecurities onto you. This isn't about you doing anything. It's about what your presence activates in them. Ancient authority exposes truth without trying. And not everyone wants to see themselves clearly. Chosen one, this one is subtle but powerful. You still care, but you're no longer desperate. You want things, but you're not attached to how they happen. That detachment is not lack of faith. It's confidence in divine order. Ancient authority understands this truth deeply. What is aligned cannot miss me. So you stop chasing. You stop forcing. You stop begging reality to cooperate. And reality starts adjusting to you. Notice this. Things you once craved, attention, approval, distraction, are quietly losing their grip. You didn't fight them. You didn't discipline them away. They just dissolved. That's because ancient authority changes taste. Your spirit no longer feeds on what once sustained your ego. You want depth, truth, substance. And that shift cannot be reversed. This is critical. You feel a pull toward purpose, but not pressure. There's a sense of something is coming, but no anxiety about when. That's because ancient authority does not operate on panic timelines. It moves when alignment is complete. You're not late. You're not early. You're positioned. Loneliness used to hurt. Now, solitude feels productive. Not because you don't value people, but because your spirit is comfortable with itself. Ancient authority does not require constant affirmation. It knows who it is, even in silence. And that's why God could trust you with this level of power. This is the one people misunderstand. You may feel a spiritual weight, not depression, not exhaustion, but gravity. Authority has mass. Ancient power settles into the body like responsibility, not fear. You're not breaking under it. You're adapting to it. Something inside you has shifted. You're not craving visibility. But you're no longer hiding either. If you're seen, you're ready. If you're hidden, you trust it. That balance is authority. Because ancient authority does not fear exposure. It fears misalignment. And you're no longer misaligned. Chosen one, let me be honest. This phase can feel strange. You may question, why do I feel different? Why don't I care about what I used to? Why does everything feel quiet, but serious? That's because activation doesn't feel like fireworks. It feels like settling into your rightful position. And once that happens, there is no going back. If you recognize yourself in these signs, don't rush. Don't announce. Don't explain. Just stay aligned. Ancient authority reveals itself naturally. And what's activating in you now was placed there long before this world was ready. Chosen one. This is the chapter that explains your entire social history. Why some people instantly trust you, and others feel threatened without knowing why. Why certain people are drawn to you effortlessly, while others resist you aggressively. This is not personality. This is not coincidence. This is how authority is recognized. People don't respond to what you say. They respond to what you carry. An ancient authority is felt before it is understood. That's why reactions to you are often immediate, emotional, unexplainable. You didn't provoke it. Your presence did. Chosen one, let's start here. Some people feel calm around you. Safe. Grounded. They listen when you speak, even when you speak softly. They ask for your opinion. They seek your approval without realizing it. They trust your judgment instinctively. That's because authority stabilizes chaos. Their spirit recognizes something in you that says, "This one is anchored. This one sees clearly. This one is not pretending." You don't convince followers. You activate recognition. Now let's talk about the other reaction. Fear. Not loud fear. Not obvious fear. Subtle fear. The kind that shows up as defensiveness, passive aggression, avoidance, unprovoked disrespect. These people may say, "I don't like their energy," without being able to explain why. Here's the truth. Ancient authority exposes inner disorder. Your presence highlights what others are avoiding within themselves. And not everyone is ready to face that. Chosen one, this is important. You don't judge people. You don't interrogate them. You don't call them out. But somehow, people feel seen around you. And for healed people, that feels safe. For unhealed people, that feels dangerous. Because authority doesn't accuse. It reflects. Think back. How many times were you labeled intimidating when you were quiet? Called arrogant when you were simply grounded? Accused of thinking you were better when you were just not desperate? That misunderstanding was not accidental. People who rely on performance are unsettled by presence. Because presence cannot be faked. And authority does not seek approval. Chosen one, notice this. You don't rush. You don't over-explain. You don't beg to be understood. That stillness makes people lean in. In a world addicted to noise, calm feels like leadership. Your silence carries more weight than most people's speeches. That's why those who are ready will follow you, even if you never ask. Let's be clear. People don't fear you because you're dangerous. They fear you because you cannot be controlled. You don't respond to manipulation. You don't chase validation. You don't fold under pressure. And insecure systems always fear independent authority. So they try to diminish you, isolate you, question your intentions. Not because you're wrong, but because you're unmovable. Chosen one, this part requires honesty. People often project onto you their insecurities, their unhealed wounds, their suppressed guilt. They assign motives you don't have. They accuse you of things you never intended. That's not your burden. That's what happens when truth stands in front of illusion. Ancient authority doesn't argue with projection. It lets it reveal itself. Hear this clearly. If everyone is comfortable around you, you are not walking in full authority yet. Authority creates sorting. Those aligned will gather. Those misaligned will scatter. And that is not division. That is order. God never designed you to be universally accepted. He designed you to be accurately recognized. As your authority activates more fully, reactions intensify. Followers become more loyal. Resistors become more obvious. This is not escalation. It's clarity. Masks fall faster around you now. Intentions surface quicker. Truth accelerates. That's the weight of ancient authority increasing. Chosen one, listen carefully. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. Do not soften truth to avoid tension. Do not apologize for your presence. Your authority is not aggression. It is alignment. And alignment always disrupts what is false. So when people either follow you or fear you, don't internalize it. Don't personalize it. Don't explain it. Stand steady. Because authority does not need to be defended. It only needs to be embodied. And what you carry, was never meant to be neutral. Chosen one. This is where everything becomes clear. Not dramatic. Not overwhelming. Clear. Because your role in this era is not about attention. It's about placement. You were not sent to compete in this world. You were sent to stabilize it. Most people are reacting to the times, chasing trends, fighting symptoms, trying to keep up with noise. But you were designed differently. You don't move with the era. The era reorients around you. Your role is not to predict chaos. It's to remain steady when chaos arrives. That steadiness is not passivity. It is authority in its purest form. Chosen one, this is important. You can sit in two spaces at once. You understand this world, but you are not governed by it. You can speak truth without aggression. You can hold depth without losing compassion. You can see patterns others miss. That's because your role is translation. You bring ancient truth into modern confusion. Not by preaching, but by being aligned. People feel clarity around you before they understand why. This world is addicted to speed. Quick answers, instant reactions, constant urgency. But your presence does something unusual. It slows conversations. It calms decisions. It lowers emotional temperature. That's not coincidence. Your role is to interrupt panic with presence. Ancient authority does not rush to fix. It restores order simply by standing. Hear this clearly. You are not here to convince people. You are not here to argue belief systems. You are not here to win debates. You are here to demonstrate alignment. Truth embodied is more powerful than truth explained. People will not follow your words. They will follow the results of your alignment. Peace, clarity, consistency, discernment. These are your credentials. Chosen one, don't misunderstand the season. If it feels quiet, good. If it feels subtle, good. If it feels like preparation without applause, perfect. Ancient authority always works underground before it surfaces. Roots before visibility. Structure before expansion. Depth before reach. You are not being delayed. You are being fortified. When values blur. When truth bends. When people compromise themselves to belong. You don't. Not loudly. Not arrogantly. You simply don't move. And that immovability becomes a reference point. Others may drift. Others may fall. Others may panic. But your role is to remain consistent. Consistency is rare. That makes it powerful. Your leadership will not look like domination. You won't coerce. You won't pressure. You won't manipulate. You lead by example and gravity. People will adjust their behavior around you. They'll choose better words. They'll pause before acting. They'll reflect more deeply. That's not charisma. That's authority without aggression. This is crucial. You are not here to carry everyone. You are not here to rescue people from themselves. You are not here to overextend your energy. You are a signal. Those who are ready will tune in. Those who are not will move away. And that is not failure. That is alignment doing its job. This era doesn't need louder voices. It needs grounded minds, stable spirits, calm decision makers, people who don't collapse under pressure. That's why you were forged through silence. That's why your lessons were internal. That's why your growth wasn't obvious to others. You weren't being hidden. You were being prepared for instability. Visibility will come. Influence will come. Recognition will come. But position comes first. You don't chase platforms. You don't force timing. You don't self-promote authority. You stand where you're placed. And from that position, things shift naturally. Chosen one. Your role in this era is not dramatic. It is decisive. You are here to bring clarity where there is confusion. Bring calm where there is panic. Bring truth where there is distortion. Not by shouting, but by being immovable. And that is why you were trusted with ancient authority. Chosen one. Read this slowly. I accept the authority God placed in me before time. I release fear, delay, and self-doubt. I stand in alignment, not force. What was hidden is now activated. I do not need permission to be who I was created to be. I walk as ancient kingdom authority, calm, clear, and protected. Pause. Breathe. Feel that shift? That's not imagination. That's remembrance. Chosen one, if this message resonated deep in your spirit, not emotionally, but internally, you already know. Type, I remember, in the comments. Not for validation, but as a declaration. And if you're ready to continue activating this ancient authority, stay connected. Because what God is releasing next through you will not be small. Chosen one, before you go, I want to speak to the givers, the ones whose hearts feel called to pour back into the vessel that pours into them. If this message awakened you, if it strengthened you, if it spoke to your spirit in a way only heaven could orchestrate, then I invite you, only if your heart feels led, to sow a $1 seed into this channel. Not because God needs it, but because giving is a spiritual law. A small seed carries big obedience. And God multiplies what is given with pure intention. Your $1 keeps this ministry alive, keeps the messages flowing, and helps this word reach the next chosen one who needs it. If you feel that nudge in your spirit, if you feel that gentle pull, you can plant your $1 seed using the link in the description. And if you can't or don't feel led, you are still loved, still seen, and still covered. Blessings to every giver, and blessings to every listener. Your seed moves heaven in ways you may never see. But God sees it all.